That's better. There was a smell on the camera. Sorry about that. Okay, so this is an unplanned live stream, but I figured why not? So let's talk. Um, man, I think today felt good. It's Beyond the Gates didn't come on, so this was a perfect day to kind of recalibrate, map out the plan for the week. I posted some videos, but there are a lot more I need to edit. But thankfully, tomorrow, I think the only video I got to do by tomorrow is the Oval trailer, which honestly, like I said, I might give the Oval till like next week or something. I don't know. Maybe what? Because the 25th, maybe I'll review the Oval until the end of the month. And if the show doesn't pick up, then I might drop it. I don't know for certain, but I don't know. I got to make some changes because of the fact that the videos just aren't there. Nobody cares. I mean, I'm not surprised it's the Oval. So what can you expect? I never watched the Oval Shot start. Don't waste your time. I wouldn't advise it. It's time. Sistas has run out of storylines. That is the most aggravating part. Sisters has so much potential for what it could be. I mean, I don't care if it's 9 seasons. I don't care if it's 9 seasons. If you've watched my content going over this season, you know for a fact that I have given so many ideas as to what these characters could be up to. Like I've said at least a dozen times what Sabrina's storyline could have been, her being hesitant to become a mother because she saw what her friend Karen went through at the hospital. That would have been a great story arc. And then Andy's PTSD from dealing with the abduction and almost, well, near death experience. And it's crazy because these writers, it's almost like they want us to. Somebody said this. I think it was in my episode review or trailer breakdown. To be honest, that's kind of why I drug my feet posting the Sisters review and trailer breakdown because I just didn't find it interesting. But one comment said, you know what's crazy? Gary isn't even flinching when he's rightfully being called out for being evil, the devil, people listing off his sins. But Andy, um, she can't deal with being called a liar, even though she is one, and then wants to act all innocent. And I said, that is the craziest thing because these writers must love Gary and Karen. I don't know what it is, but it seems clear they love these characters to the point where they will write them to be quote unquote redeemed despite all the heck they raised in the show, which is just impossible to fathom, but that's clearly what they're doing. I don't know how else to describe it. Oh, yo, side note, if you see the top comment, I hope you do. My nephew got baptized yesterday morning. So if you want to donate, because, I want to get him a gift. Look, I get paid, but on the 21st. So, I want to give him a gift by the end of the week if possible. Look, government shutdown, SNAP, all that stuff. If you don't have it to give, that is absolutely fine. But if you want to donate, feel free. My Cash App, PayPal, Zelle, all that good stuff. If you want to send something, I'll compile it together. If it's just a few bucks that come in, well, I'll Cash App him tomorrow morning and be like, hey, the fans are excited that you got baptized, so here's a few dollars. Even though he's going to want to burn it, what's that expression? Burn your pockets. I'll tell him, look, you better hold on to it because, hey, I can use this to get you something, or hold on to that cash for a couple of weeks. Black Friday is coming up. The writers obviously don't watch your channel. You made some great suggestions. Well, yeah, I mean, think about it this way. I can only make the suggestions as the episodes roll out. And keep in mind, they film these shows months in advance. So it's not like what I say has any impact, as far as I know. Yeah, see, Reasonable Doubt, people want me to review it, but I haven't had a huge demand for it. I think maybe 3 people have been constantly, talking about it, but I don't know. I mean, I don't really know what it's like to be an actor, despite the actors I've spoken to. Obviously, being part of that life is different than, living it. But I think, okay, this is my opinion because, like I said, I don't really know the ins and outs. You notice I use the MCU a lot as comparison because it works. I think about sometimes how you have actors who have starred in a few, if not a lot of MCU films, and they're stuck in a bubble because it feels like, they're not getting the accolades that they want for their job. Yeah, they're getting big bucks, their action figures, their faces on Lunchbox and whatnot. So essentially, being part of the MCU is cutting them their fattest check. The notoriety they get from it, showing up at conventions, all that stuff, that's all great. Like their bank accounts are fat. But there's the lack of satisfaction in terms of I'm not really getting anything from this role because it's not allowing me to showcase my talent or expand on my foundation of acting. Then sometimes, if their character gets killed off or if they decide to step away from the MCU or heaven forbid their movie's a flop, they go out and do other passion. I think Elizabeth Olsen is the perfect example of this. Scarlet Witch, Wanda Maximoff, she's been in the MCU since what? Age of Ultron, so over a decade. And it's iffy on if she's coming back to the franchise because she's doing a bunch of movies, but not really MCU level movies. So essentially, she's making money, but it's clear she's not making that MCU money. Like Robert Downey Jr. Iron Man died in Endgame. He did like the Dr. Dolittle movie, and he has his own production company with his wife. Those are like passion projects. Yeah, he's not going to make the money he did as Tony Stark, but when you've been in the game so long, it's like, hey, I got enough money. I could just live off of this. Now I want to go out there and do something I love. And it's the debate of, okay, am I ready to leave this franchise or am I ready to do stuff that I feel will allow me to show range? Now, when you talk about Ebony, you got to think now. I will talk about the Michael Jackson trailer. We will. I mean, I was going to talk. I actually did a video for my kind of entertainment. I got to edit and post it. I have watched that teaser at least 40 times, but we will talk about that in a moment. When I think about Ebony, I think it goes about saying, considering Sisters as of right now, if you don't count House of Payne, Sisters is well, actually, I don't think by episode count it's the longest, but I think Sisters is the longest running Tyler Perry show of all time. House of Payne stopped at what, like season 8, then it came back 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah. Yeah, I think Sisters has it beat. Not by episode count, but by, longevity in terms of, hey, Sisters ran 9 seasons in a row going into a season 10, right? It's clear that the actors, especially those who have been on since day one, their lives have changed significantly because of Sisters. I would not put it past Ebony wanting to leave. I don't know. She really isn't on social media, sadly, due to negative toxic fans who go after the actors and not just the character. Because I've had conversations with some people, never her, unfortunately. I've never interacted with her online, but people talk about how, she gets a lot of negativity and just nasty stuff said about her, which is a shame. Whenever I talk negative, it's about Karen, never about Ebony. Heck, even as far back as like season 4, I have praised her as being one of, if not the best actor in the show. But I think with Ebony, I could see that being you know what? I've had fun. I'm ready to go on. And yet 688, I hope that a lot. Well, honestly, based on the reception of the film, I truly think that people see her talent, not just this bitter baby mama ex-girlfriend, but a great actress. And if indeed this is her final season, I hope that she gets nothing but more success later on. And the thing is about Tyler Perry, from the numerous people I've spoken with, he's the kind of person where if you do a good job, well, I mean, even if I've never spoken to any of these actors before, it seems clear that if you were on a Tyler Perry studio set and you did a great job or you create a bond with Mr. Perry, at some point it's almost like if you want to come home, you can. It's like, hey, Tyler Perry Studios is here to help cultivate you in acting and stuff like that, even if you are a new actor versus someone who hasn't acted in a while. And it's almost like Tyler Perry Studios is a springboard so you can go off and do other things. However, you know, given the current landscape of the entertainment industry, it isn't always a guarantee you'll be able to just blow up. I mean, I will say this much. It seems that a lot of Tyler Perry cast are getting roles in various like BET Plus movies and Christmas movies and things of that nature. So, yeah. But in terms of she's wasting her talent, I can understand that from a fan perspective. I can understand that from an actor feeling like, man, I don't want to be stuck in this role for like 4 more seasons because I'm not allowing myself to grow. But I'm looking at it from the business perspective. Hey, it would be financially irresponsible to leave, because think about it this way. Why decide to end your contract and leave a show when you're about to hit season 10 to pursue a different movie or a show and imagine if it doesn't get picked up? I mean, something tells me that like Fat Joe said, price went up. Like the cast of Sisters, their base price for a role after 9 seasons of the show is no doubt higher than it was before Sisters became a thing. So, I mean, and look, I'm not trying to pocket watch. I don't know how much money these people make. The heck if I'm asking them how much they make, but it makes sense to me that based on the little I do know about the industry, that, you know, as a show continues on, renegotiations happen. So that brings me to the conclusion of these actors are doing their thing, not just for the money, but for the notoriety, because despite ratings being down, despite people like me who break down the show and people like you who point out the flaws as well, from an actor's perspective, the exposure that the platform allows you to have is unthinkable, you know? So I think in terms of Ebony, I don't blame her for staying as long as she has. What do you think about Laura and House of Payne? I don't watch the series but saw clips. You must not watch my content. I've never been a huge fan of Laura. I have, and this is nothing against Gwen Walters, because I know she played in The Haves and the Have-Nots. She was in Medea Family Funeral. But I think Laura was never given a fair chance, because I knew she would always get labeled as the ops because she stood in the way of Miranda and Calvin getting back together. However, I also think about how she rarely had a presence in the first season, and next thing you know, her and Calvin are engaged. And the writers clearly have assassinated her character just for the sake of making Miranda seem like the more obvious choice. But I always point this out in my videos that if you go back and look at the first couple seasons of the revival, you will realize that Miranda was awful. I mean, don't get me wrong, Laura is written to be awful now, and she wasn't exactly Miss Nice in the beginning, but Miranda was intrusive, never respected boundaries, and it was insane. But I have no problem with the character herself. I have an issue with how she's being written, because the Laura we're seeing now, it's like they amped up her insecurities, lack of accountability, and she's just a bratty child. I mean, you're not wrong, because we don't know what's behind the scenes. Perhaps she got another offer and whatnot. Like, here's my thing. Whatever she does, I wish her the best. I know she's talented, and I hope that Sisters opens up so many doors, as well as the 6888. And that's my thing, because even if Sisters is coming to a close, that does not mean these actors are no longer allowed in Tyler Perry stuff. when I think about the various films over the past like year, Charles from the Haves and the Have-Nots, Benny from the Haves and the Have-Nots, and in Finding Joy, we just had Wyatt from the Haves and the Have-Nots, Veronica Harrington. She was in Mea Culpa with Charles from the Haves and the Have-Nots. And even right now, isn't Tyler like the executive producer or something for Tinka Sumter, Candace from the Haves and the Have-Nots movie, Sisters in Paris or Sisters in Italy? So it goes back to what I said earlier. If you establish a working relationship with Tyler Perry that potentially blossoms into like a legit personal relationship, then you could, either work with him or get, he gives you advice. So that's my thing. That's my thing. I don't think Sisters is ending. The show is clearly popular. I just think the show hasn't really done anything to generate buzz. Say what you want about season 7, but season 7 was crazy. Could you elaborate on that? Because I may have made the same points you're trying to make now. I said season 7 had the most potential. If I remember correctly, I think I said season 7 was the most disappointing season, but it was not the worst season due to the fact that we finally, after 6 seasons, got new writers and they shook things up. But they dropped the ball with the whole Karen having 2 babies and Zach being the father of 1. Like, that's when everybody checked out. And I got this video coming out because I mentioned this in the video I just posted about, will ratings skyrocket if season 10 is advertised as the final season? There's a video I need to edit, and it pretty much is proof positive that the show died at season 7. I don't know about that because her mom passed away a few years ago at this point. Maybe she needs some time to regroup and move on. I don't know. I see your point, but she passed a while ago. And plus, I don't know what these actors, I don't know if their contracts are new like every season or if it's like every couple. I don't know. And let's not forget how quickly Sisters is done. And not to mention, okay, let's be real here. Let's be real. Let's say you were a Tyler Perry actor on a show like Sisters. You only need to take they film like 2 seasons a year. And if you combine that time together, that's not even half a month because they're done filming in like 10 days. So essentially, think of it this way. Combined, you take less than a month of your year to go to Atlanta to film 2 seasons of a hit show. Less than a month of the year. That allows you 11 other months to go out there and find work, whether it be a movie, another show. So I look at it from the perspective, and I know people from Wild 'N Out, like I watch Timothy De La Ghetto, what's her name, Maddie Smith. There are a few people like, they got podcasts. I don't look at it every single episode. I might watch them every once in a while. And they talk about how, yeah, I've been on Wild 'N Out for years. And it's like, I could leave whenever I wanted, but what's the point? I go down to ATL for a week or so, hang out with some of the best people around. We have a good time, film a season of the show, and I go back on the road. I do my podcast and all that stuff. So that's smart. I don't think that a person who feels drained from doing Sisters would want to quit because the finances are just amazing. And on top of that, it's not even that time consuming. Like, why would I go out there and leave Sisters and try to scrape to get a pilot off the ground? Like, I joined the cast of this show and I pray to God that CBS or ABC or whatever, or a streaming platform picks it up. And the rate at which shows have been cut. Because what was it earlier this year? The whole DEI thing got cut. And what was it? CBS that did a bunch of black shows dirty, like Papa's House, which can't believe I made it through that show. But it's the security of a Tyler Perry Studios project. It's just like the MCU. Well, honestly, the MCU isn't that great anyway because, if a movie doesn't do like $1 billion, then you're done. So I don't know. It's a safety net. I mean, think of it from my perspective. If I decided right now I'm done reviewing Tyler Perry stuff, that's not to say I couldn't find another show to do or other shows to pick up and review, but it wouldn't be financially responsible, especially because I got a house now. So, I mean, until or unless different programs come up where I'm able to make more money, then I will continue doing what I'm doing. I'm really ready for new episodes. Wait, do you not watch the revival? If it ends the 2 seasons is a huge compliment. It's better to end before it leaves on a cliffhanger that disappoints. Kimberly, let's be real. The show has been disappointing fans since the new writers took over. And I will say, if season 10 is the final season, that is an amazing tagline to go out on because all of the different press runs they could do. Of course, I'll be doing the same thing. I mean, it's my job, but I just feel like even if season 10 isn't the final one, I don't blame them for continuing it. My question is, will it be better if they do continue it? Because it just feels like the show is running on empty right now. But if it's making money, it's going to think about like different franchises and book series and whatnot. As long as the fans are there, as long as people are watching, as long as revenue is being made, they're going to keep pumping it out. Oh yeah, we got 66 people. Feel free to hit the thumbs up button. Yeah, I know. It's just like I felt like a sense of rejuvenation as soon as I saw House of Pain just blow up on the channel. Like I'm not surprised, but it felt refreshing because Sisters has been not really doing it. I mean, even my Zatima content, which that didn't move the bar as much as I thought. It kept me floating, but it just didn't do what I thought it would do, which is sad because season 4 has been the best season yet. Because it's like I said a few weeks ago, even if they do like a big Zatima wedding event or something, I don't think that's going to really matter to a lot of fans because I think that Sisters could have ended like 2 seasons ago, and they really could have ended it on a high note with Zach and Fatima being married, and then just kick it to Zatima. Let Zatima be their own story. Plus, it's like all the actors are doing stuff. I mean, I don't even need to say what Crystal is doing. You know she's doing big things. KJ, big things. Big house too. What Danny has her podcast. Ebony is doing her thing. Novi has been in like the acting and producing bag, so that's amazing. And plus, it just seems to me that going to a Tyler Perry studio project to work isn't just about making money, it's about learning. Wait, do you not watch my other channel? My Kind of Entertainment. That's where I do all the Beyond the Gate stuff. Because I did review it here, but the views weren't high, so I figured the algorithm was working against me. But if you want, I could try. This is a 4-episode week. I'm tempted to just post the videos up. Nah, I better not do that because I don't want to confuse people. It's an addictive show. I don't know. I know it got renewed for season 4, but with my luck, if I picked it up, they'll probably cancel it. Yeah, I've heard it's a great show. You're one of the people on Instagram that told me it was a good show. Yeah, Divorce Sisters comes back next year. Early 2026, according to an actor. Yeah, I was talking with some people about that over the weekend. Beyond the Gates is kind of faltering right now. I want to give it till season 2 though, because it I'm just interested to see if the people writing the show will take fan criticism into account, because I admit, while I do enjoy watching it, there are elements that I don't enjoy right now. It just seems like we're not getting what we were promised, which was you know, a Black Dynasty kind of thing. No, I don't watch Reasonable Doubt. I watched 2 episodes, but that was a while ago. Honestly, I really couldn't tell you what's popular right now. The thing is, it's just that you can't beat the rate at which Tyler Perry content comes out, because even if I did review A Reasonable Doubt, it's not like I'd be attached to the show, because it might give me a small boost for a couple of months, but that's it. It's, again, the show doesn't, nobody pumps out the content like Tyler Perry. Oh yeah, if you're just tuning in, check the top comment. If you want to donate, feel free. My nephew got baptized yesterday, and trying to put together some money to get him a gift. I don't get paid till next Friday. Just renewed for season 4. Yeah, I would probably just hop aboard season 4, even though I have no idea what's going on, but I might just hop in season 4. Yes, people have sent me quotes from the head writer saying season 2 is when they'll adjust things. I will give them a chance. I am not watching a Kim Kardashian show. What going to happen to Jeremiah? I don't know if he's going to die. Tulsa King, never heard of that one. I'm not really in tune with a lot of the popular shows, if that makes sense. I'm just not. Now let's talk about that Michael teaser. It looks phenomenal. I cannot wait for that film. Like, I did 1.5 miles on my walking pad at 3 a.m. this morning, because I'm like, part of me wants to shed some pounds so I can wear my Beat It jacket to the premiere. Yeah, I got a Beat It Thriller and Motown 25 jacket, but I got to lose like 30 pounds if I want to fit into it. It's so long. But yeah, the Jafar looks amazing, even though the nose is a bit bigger, because I think Quincy and Michael are in the studio, and based on the look, I believe this was for the filming of Off the Wall. Now, I forgot the year. I think it was like 79. But I do know Michael had his first nose surgery when he was pre-Thriller. It was pre-Thriller. He was still with the Jacksons, but he actually fell on stage. I think he got tripped. He got stuck in like the mic cord or something, and he fell and he like broke his nose, and he had to get his first surgery around the pre-off the wall era. Hence why, if you look at the cover art for Off the Wall and Thriller, his nose looks a bit different. Like, he still had that big nose from, childhood when he was in his mid to late teens. And the nose is a bit off-putting in the trailer, but I get what they're going for. I mean, even at the end of the trailer, we're looking at Michael on stage during the Bad era, and his nose is clearly different from the Off the Wall and Thriller era. So that was the main thing that kind of took me out of it. But as soon as like, could you please turn the lights down, Q? I'm like, oh snap, he sounds like I was so taken aback, because so many people thought what I did. I'm like, was that like a recording or AI Michael voice, or was Jafar really, really imitating his uncle's voice? Because if so, he has it down. Yes, I heard Family Business is good, and there is that spinoff. Hello there. Oh, yeah, Paramount Plus. I don't know why he gave it up. Too close to home. Yeah. Yeah, TLC. It was their first scripted show, but TLC isn't a network meant for that. And that's a shame, though, because just because Too Close to Home did not work on TLC doesn't mean he couldn't have taken it to another network. The Miss Pat show, yeah. Tracker on CBS. I need to talk to somebody though, because I'm trying to get paid. It's like if y'all want, I mean, I know the shows are going to continue, but I I think I'm one of the last few standing because there are so many content creators who I remember either followed my example or they did their own thing, but a lot of them no longer review the Tyler Perry stuff. And I'm thinking, like, if I decide to bow out from most of the shows, not all of them, but most of them, if they cut me a check or something, then I'll keep doing it. But it's just one of those things where I'm trying to think ahead. Because quite honestly, I'm not worried about 2026. Theoretically, even if Sistas season 10 is the final season, keep in mind, season 10 is already filmed. That's in the bag. Zatima season 5 is already filmed. That's in the bag. The next season 15 of House of Payne already filmed that. That's it. And the Oval, I've heard season 7 is the final season. I've heard that's the final season. And if I do continue to review the Oval, guess what? That's 4 shows right there guaranteed for next year. That's not even counting the return of Divorced Sisters. 5 shows. 2026, I'm good. But it's like in 2027, what exactly do I want to do if Sisters is the final one? Because here's the thing. I'm not worried because at this point, when the haves and the have-nots was ending, I was like, oh, man, what am I going to do? But you all pushed me in that direction. It's like, do Sisters, we'll support you. And obviously, 5+ years later, I'm still here because you supported. So I know you all will take me in the right direction, wherever that direction is. Ruthless, I've been done with that. It doesn't matter how the Oval ends. And not to mention, I also think about it from the perspective of if I started watching shows that get more live ratings than Tyler Perry shows, I'm low-key guaranteed to get more success on the channel. It's almost like, I just limited myself and now I'm paying for it, but not in a bad way because I could pivot easily. If you came back to do Tyler Perry stuff, I'm the one who's been consistent. Oh, yeah. I've been that dude. So it seems, if I'm not mistaken, based on the details of the Michael movie that we got like a year ago, it's not going to spend a lot of time on the younger days or the younger years, which I'm fine with, to be honest. They'll touch upon like the Jackson 5 era and whatnot, but this movie is mainly about, adult Michael. So I think part 1 is going to be from kid to bad, and then part 2 should be from dangerous to the rest of his life. And originally the film was supposed to be like 3.5 hours, which in hindsight is not a long time at all, because Michael Jackson, it's like 3.5 hours. It's like, bro, really? That's it? Yeah, I posted my review. I watched it the day that it came out. I enjoyed Finding Joy. Yeah, but I have and that's the crazy part about the Michael film. The fact that the teaser came out, not the trailer, but the teaser, and it's already broken records. And it's just crazy to me because all these media outlets like CNN and whatnot, the same networks that would dog Michael, drag, even after he was dead and these quote unquote allegations resurfaced, they would drag Michael. Now they're singing his praises like, oh, It's a shocker that no, it's not. This is the king of pop. Can you imagine? Man's been in the grave for what, like 16 years at this point, and he's already breaking records. I've seen your review and plan to watch it. It's a good film because for me, it's like not what Tyler Perry is usually doing. It's something that is lighthearted. I like the ending of it because it went against the grain of a typical Hallmark or Lifetime movie where it's like the man or the woman gives up their dream to get married or get in a relationship. It's like, no, you can have your dream and I could be right by your side too. You don't need to give up this opportunity. I thought that was one of the smartest moves ever. I'm telling you, Tyler, do a Thanksgiving film. You already did a Christmas one. You got the Halloween Madea ones. Just do a Thanksgiving film. I don't know why I even bother watching the Oval when I know it's going to be more. See, that's my thing. It's like the National Guard is coming, but what is that really going to accomplish? What is that going to accomplish? The only reason I'm hanging in there is because Crystal Stewart is coming soon, aka Beauty in Black, and I'm pretty sure her thumbnail for a video is going to do a lot. So I'm just hanging in there. I don't care about the Oval. It sucks. Yeah, all the care, and that's the fact that Sam admitted to having an affair and a 4-year-old son, and I did not give a flying F about Priscilla's feelings. That was sad. That was sad. Because I just have not liked this character for 4.5 seasons. Just so unlikable. It's like, if you just divorce Sam, there is no reason for you two to be together. Honestly, the Oval is horrible, but I keep watching. I don't know. I don't even know why I bother. It's like I could just throw together a random, and I mean a random House of Payne video. I could just talk like 7 minutes about anything, and that one video would make more money than the Oval review and everything combined. It's like, I don't even know how. I can't be mad because at least the Oval sent me that briefcase. And what sucks is that Gail just disappeared. The fact that she was such a pivotal character in season one, and then she just up and left. I don't defend Priscilla pushing Sam down the stairs. I don't care. I know that sounds awful. I don't care. Number one, we know he's alive. But I just don't care. Just because the cast members are doing other things does not mean the show is ending. Okay, the rat to cheese analogy was kind of funny. It's like he's going to go through the tunnel. And what's sad is that this is low-key my favorite Hunter season because he's actually doing stuff. That's the sad part. Oh, yeah, and if you have already subscribed to my new channel, Exploring My Faith, I got more content coming. Don't worry, it's coming. I recorded like 3. Somebody asked me to do a video about wisdom, hope, and a couple other ones. I just need to put them together. Think about it this way. They'll do a season 11, but then I don't know. They'll just copy and paste. I don't know. Donald isn't stupid. It's just ridiculous the links he'll go to because if it's seriously a situation where he's trying to get sexual favors from a straight man, I'm just over it. I just kind of skip through the Kyle and Donald scenes. And it's like I say in my reviews, I'm not homophobic. It's just that I don't care to see that stuff. because it just feels so forced. That's just me. Because I think like what was it last season? I said Donald was like low key my favorite character, but what they're doing now, look, the back shots at the Oval Office that I was like, okay, exploring my faith, what's that's about. I'll let you check out the channel and you'll see it for yourself. Okay, somebody literally sent me a screenshot of Google. No, Tyler Perry's Sistas is not ending. It's been renewed through its 9th season, and it also was renewed for a 10th season. Here's my rebuttal. Just because the show isn't currently labeled as canceled doesn't mean season 10 won't be the final season. Yes, it has been renewed for season 10. Season 10 has already been filmed, but we don't know if the network has already renewed it in advance for season 11. And no, I'm not trying to speak the ending of the show into existence. I'm just trying to be realistic. Go to the description of my videos. Like literally, if you go to any of my videos, go to the description box. There's a link right there. Or just simply go to the home page of this channel. You'll see there. Or just type in the search bar, Exploring My Faith. There's like almost 200 subscribers. You can't miss it. I might quit this just by no, it's just sorry. I was laughing and shook the table. I mean, it just is so common to get comments from people. Hey, I quit watching like 5 episodes ago. I just watched your reviews on it, so I'm not surprised though. And look, hey, any actor that stays aboard throughout the show, more power to them. Get that money. I'm not mad. Why do you think I keep reviewing the show even though I'm bored with it? I got bills, people. I got bills. Yeah, even though I don't think this is going to happen, I have seen the reports about that $2,000 people are supposed to get. So that would be nice. And that's the thing, Tyler Perry, longevity. Most shows today make it to 8. Heck, a show is lucky if it makes it to a 2nd season nowadays. You know how it is. That was just like an anime channel. It never got monetized. Probably the Sabrina storyline is the least interesting right now. That's the thing, though. It's kind of like with House of Payne. Sistas and House of Payne fall into the same category of a show that can be mentally draining, but it has good talking points that people discuss it on the internet to the point that the engagement is crazy. Like, see the fact that I posted House of Payne review Wednesday or Thursday, and in less than 24 hours, it had well over 100 comments. So many. I've been saying that Fatima should have been left. Not comment as much as you want. And it doesn't help that they aren't putting out the 30-second trailers. That's why I delayed my trailer breakdown until today, because I'm like, you know what? If they wait until Wednesday, oh well, I'm not doing it. Okay, I'll take a couple more comments and we can wrap things up here. Oh, Danny finally tells no, she needs to leave, make him go. That's what she needs to do. But then again, if he really took that money, like, what's going to happen then? I just watch reruns of other shows I've watched over and over again. I don't really watch much of anything new. So, yeah. All right, I'll take one more comment. Yeah, even Priscilla called him out on that. The fact that you cheated all those years and you had about me and Bobby and we didn't even do anything. Crazy work. Yep, those are the shows, except for Yu-Gi-Oh! I never really watched that. I think her cousin took that money. Yeah, that's another theory. It's either Tony gambled it or Rock came by and took it. Yep. Okay, folks. Well, hey, thanks so much for tuning in to this impromptu live stream. I might do one on my other channels just to kill time. I don't know, but hey, I will talk to you all soon. Let's see. I don't watch the Oval live. Oh yeah, don't expect a live stream about the Oval tomorrow. Don't. I will talk to you all Wednesday after Sisters. And given how big House of Payne was last week, I may have to watch that live, but maybe not because I don't like commercials.